Yo, what is up, guys? This is the Brick Joe here, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 most expensive sales on eBay over the month of October. Just a little disclaimer here, I did skip over some of the less interesting items or things that you just naturally expect to be up there or that we've talked about in previous videos. These are focused on interesting, expensive items that have sold on eBay in the past month. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so starting at number 5, we have a Bionicles limited edition Toys R Us exclusive. This comes from 2003. Like I said, Toys R Us exclusive, so pretty interesting here. A nice little sort of archive of, what was the Toys R Us exclusives. But this came in conjunction with the release of Bionicle Mask of Light. Honestly, a great movie, came out in 2003 as well. And so this was available at Toys R Us for unlimited time. So it's from 2003, it's Bionicle, exclusive set, and it's sealed, so it makes sense why it went for such a high price of over $2,000 and a lot of action on this, almost 50 bids. You just don't see this item come up much. I knew this existed, and like I said, just haven't really seen this sell a whole lot, and this box seems to be in pristine condition, so I'd assume Bionicle collectors are going to be really on top of this when something like this comes up, justifying the price of $2,000. Alright guys, now we move on to number 4. Alright, so we have the Lego Times Square exclusive minifigure. This is from 2013. So if you guys remember in 2013, they had a big event for Lego Star Wars. They rolled out the largest Lego build ever. It was that giant X-Wing. So in conjunction with that, they had this exclusive figure available of Yoda at the store in Times Square in conjunction with the event. So if you went to the store and bought enough stuff, to get over that price point, you could get this exclusive Yoda minifigure, which is pretty interesting. I believe this was limited to 1,000, and this really brings a pretty high price, in my opinion, for having a quantity limited to 1,000. I think we've seen minifigures limited to a lesser quantity go for much less than $2,600. So pretty interesting there. I think part of the reason for this is it is still sealed. Again, when things start to get old and stuff like this too, and I think a lot of people just like to open them up, to be honest, as time goes on. So I think just rare that it's sealed, and I would have to guess too, maybe a lot of people at that event were not hardcore collectors, and maybe more kids and parents, stuff like that, who are purchasing stuff at the Lego store and sort of nonchalantly just getting a very exclusive minifigure, not really knowing that. But yeah, pretty interesting to see this Yoda minifigure sell for $2,600. Pretty surprised by that personally, but it seems to sort of be the going price of a sealed one. All right, moving on to number 3. So this one kind of just surprised me in general. I think we've talked about this before, but the Lego Star Wars Death Star 2, one of my, I would say, like holy grail sets. It seems to just be climbing up in price, especially new copies, well over the $2,000 mark, and creeping into well over $2,500 for a new copy. Haven't seen much sell for under $2,500, especially in this type of condition. This being at $2,800, it's going to be basically a pristine copy. I believe, comes with like the original shipping box. So whenever you see the original shipping box with something like this set, or the original UCS Falcon, it's going to be pristine. It's going to demand a little bit of a premium, as we can see here, $2,800, a little bit over probably the going rate, closer to $2,500. But it's just one of those sets. It just seems like it keeps on creeping up in price in new condition, and so it'll be something that is going to have to be picked up much later down the line, hopefully for me. But I'm always sort of checking on this price, and it seems like it just sort of keeps on taking up. It hasn't really found, at least sealed copies in my opinion, haven't really found that ceiling yet for the Death Star 2, which is a little concerning. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 2 here. All right, so we have Lego Star Wars San Diego Comic-Con 2009, which was interesting. In 2009, they did these displays. There was 6 of them, which is also interesting. Each of these displays has a different limited amount. So this, like the Clone Wars one, was limited to 1,250. I've seen this one before sell, but some of these other ones are limited to 300 as well. I believe some of these, most of these other ones are 300, and then I guess it's the only one that's 1,200 and 500. So again, I think these are just really nice display pieces. Obviously, the figures in there aren't anything crazy. It's what you would kind of get just in the sets, so nothing too crazy. But it is just one of those things where I don't know, to have all 6 of them is pretty cool, I think. And I know Star Wars collectors are pretty sought after trying to get these, and it being a 2009 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, again, just not a lot of these are popping up. So it makes sense why a bundle of these for $3,400 is sold for that much. And this is one of those things where you start getting to the point where you start getting some big whales coming in, trying to get these things. When you get things limited to the 300 and really low quantities, I feel like the group purchasing these is a pretty small group and willing to pay definitely a decent price. So makes sense. All right, guys, moving on to number 1 here. I thought this one was very interesting. We have a Lego Chrome Gold CP3O. And so when I looked at this initially, I was thinking it was the one that was found in sets. But however, this is from a 2007 Australia, almost I guess you could call it a competition. And it comes with the letter stating, they won this. And I don't know, just very cool, very nostalgic. A cool piece, I would say, of sort of history in Lego and sort of the competitions they held for certain prizes and things like that. So this came in out of 100, 1 out of 100. It's, in my opinion, it looks the same as the ones found in the sets. It's the Gold Chrome CP3O. And essentially, I guess the competition was question, why CP3O is gold? So I guess this person had the best response for that. Pretty interesting. That is from Lego Club magazine, and it comes with a decent display. This is what I think is unique about this in comparison to the ones that comes in the sets, where you can't see what's inside the bag. Right, it comes in that bag, and if you want the figure, you basically have to open up the bag. This one has a nice display ability, well, somewhat of a display ability, I would say. Keeping it sealed, which is a nice, I would say, add-on. If you're looking to collect this, having the ability to keep it sealed, sort of hold that value while also having some display ability of it, I think is pretty cool. And again, I think having that letter with it is just really neat. And again, this sort of hits one of those people. These are going to bring in the big whales, looking to sort of have that piece of history, that exclusive 1 out of 100. When you get to sort of that level. And again, the documentation I think goes with it is just really neat, almost like a time capsule from that 2007 competition based out of Australia. So really cool here, guys. Really unique item. Again, just not something you're going to be able to see that often pop up. So super interesting. All right, guys, so that wraps up the top 5 here. Let me know what you guys think was the most interesting or most surprising based on price. I think for me, the most surprising had to be the Yoda. Again, I believe they're limited to 1,000, and for this to be going for $2,500+ was a bit surprising. But it is Lego Star Wars. It kind of makes sense a little bit too at the same time. Anyways, guys, if you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, it's the Brick Duo signing off.